out and proves me right. Feel the court storm coming. This was my face. Close this game out, something we probably wouldn't have done a couple of years ago. Beautiful basketball. Nobody, I think, on our schedule was going to be able to touch us. Everything was going great until tragedy struck. Get me now, because you're not going to get me later.
Honestly and candidly, you better get me right now. This is the worst we're going to be.
And if this is the worst we are going to be, I feel bad for everyone else.
There were a lot of coaching changes this offseason, and we'll tell you all about them. There before you are all the new coaching hires in college hoops. There were some intriguing moves made, that's for sure. The Auburn coach also made a move to a new school, and that's generated some excitement on that campus. The Auburn Tigers are a team looking to rebuild under their new leader.
His personality and this university seem to be a perfect match for each other, Greg. Some coaches' styles are just better suited to certain parts of the country, and this is one of those ideal matches.
Greetings and salutations. Thanks for coming back. You'll get to see us as we start our new journey. Sorry to leave this roster, but we had to start things off here at Auburn. We are going to schedule kind of light, a little bit lighter than I normally would like to at a power conference, but Auburn is one of the worst jobs in the game, so we don't want to get fired. Now, if you take a look here, roster's not that good at all, in all honesty, but we do have some pieces. One good thing, we have a lot of experience. I'm thinking that we're going to primarily run our offense through Cuffy, Roller, and Parker. Cuffy and Parker, they remind me a lot of the guys from NC State this year, the DJs, DJ Burns and DJ Horn. So I'm hoping they'll be able to carry the offense. Then Roller, he looks to be a pretty good player as well. I normally don't like to play two bigs, but it's kind of what I have to do here. So hopefully we can get it to work out. We do also have Tatum here, who looks to be a pretty good option or role player as a pass first point guard. So we've got role definition here. I think we can be really good. We've got some other role players as well, some slashers, some guys that can hit shots. So I think we'll have a decent season for the level of team we are. Here are the coaching sliders, just doing my default 01 Duke sliders when I really just don't know what to do. And throwing in that 1-3-1 zone. Going too in depth with recruiting, I just want you guys to know what my strategy is. So the SEC is not really a hotbed for basketball talent in this game, the states. That's why Kentucky kind of has the opportunity to dominate, because they can recruit the Midwest. So I kind of want to do that a little bit, but what I really want to do is dominate the recruiting in the South. If I'm able to dominate the recruiting in the South, what that would mean is everyone else in my conference, they're missing out on players. So I could very easily dominate the conference on the court if I'm dominating it on the recruiting trail. As always, when you take on a new job, your first priority should be to, in that off season, bring in whatever recruits you can, because normally the CPU does not recruit well. I did not have that opportunity. They used up all the scholarships, tisk, but we're not going to let that get us down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my target list, and I'm going to set it up, like I said earlier, to dominate the South. So I want to primarily be recruiting guys that are in the South and Southeast region of the ABL or come from those states. But I do want to dabble a little bit in the Midwest just because there's a lot of talent there and I don't want to miss out on. We would start the season against in-state opponent Alabama State. So this is basically a lower level school that is in our state that we're paying to just take an L. Now this is the season opener and we are going to them. So it's a little bit different, but they're pretty much paying for this L. But man, I got to tell you, these guys were hooping. They really had me scared for a minute. Just look at the highlights here. Really good team. I mean, I was not expecting this type of battle from these guys, but we're also getting to see our guys, the guys that we thought maybe they'll step up for us in crunch time, be key players. And Cuffy here is just going off And at the end of the day, the performance by Cuffy would lead us to the first win in our season opener in season 1 of the I-Mainer era here at Auburn. He had a marvelous performance, 26 points, 6 of 12 from three-point land. That's Steph Cuffy with the pop, boy. We would then move on to our home opener against Wofford University, and we would open up this game with a 3-15 run. I'm really happy to see this because the last game we started off really, really slow. And the way that we took it to these guys early on is really to be commended. We could have just came out flat because it's a home game and a inferior opponent, but we did not do that. Now, that's not to say Wofford didn't have any fight in them. As you can see, there's 4 minutes, about 4.5 minutes left on the clock, and we got a tight game here. It is a 4-point game, and they're still getting buckets. It's now a 2-point game. Hopefully, losing to a team like this on their court, that's one thing. But at home, in my first home game, that would be just terrible. Would kind of be an omen. Oh, he was out of bounds. Dude, he was out of bounds. No way. And they get a bucket off of it. This does not feel good. This does not feel good. Oh, DJ Burns. I'm telling you, this guy has some DJ Burns to his game and one. This guy's really good. I really like his game. But Wofford's not going out easy. They miss the first shot, get the offensive rebound, but we're not going out easy either. Roller here draws the foul. Well, I don't know. Maybe we are going out easy. He missed the free throw. Second free throw attempt is good. We're up 2 points. And I'm telling you, he's got some DJ Burns to his game. This guy, he's dependable. He's the big old dependable dude. Carbs win in March. Remember that. Carbs would also win here for us today. First home game, avoiding the upset. Parker had a good game, but Roller had a good game as well. So right now we've had 2 guys we've been able to carry us to wins. First Cuffy, now Roller. So that's a really good sign, I feel like. Not a good sign. We shot really good in the first game from 3-point land. 5 for 21 in this game. Not good. We will now move on to the Palm Tree Shootout here in Tampa, Florida. In the first round, we would pick up a big win at 91-60 against Davidson University. Thomas this time, so we've had another guy step up for us. Big game for him, 19.7 rebounds and 3 assists on the day. We would then move on to the next round where we would play the Louisville Cardinals, our first true test of the I-Mainer era, and we would win 80-73. In this game, Jay Roller, he steps up once again, dropping 20 points, getting 5 rebounds and 3 steals for the big fella with the big-time high-top fade, and now a familiar foe in the championship game. We get the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. We've already played them twice when we were at St. Francis University. In another important milestone for this team, we have our first road game against a top 25 opponent, and we would open on the wrong side of a 1-10 run against Texas Tech. But there's a thing about teams, you can tell what a team is made out of whenever they get hit in the mouth, like we did here in this game on the road. Are you going to man up? Are you going to fight back? Are you going to throw your own punches? Are you going to throw heavy punches? Are you going to throw haymakers? Or are you going to fight just not to lose? Are you going to fight to win or fight to lose? Or are you going to run away? And if we did any running away, it was with the victory. Score was a lot closer than what this game actually indicated. We got on a run and never looked back from there. Jay Roller with the big time game, 21 points and 9 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. It is now time to start conference play, but before we do that, in the SEC, let's just take a look at how the team has performed so far from an analytical perspective. We'll take a look real quick at just our top scorers, rebounders, assists, who's doing well, who's not, as well as our overall defensive and offensive efficiency in the other analytics. And who else for us to open conference play against other than the Florida Gators? Yes, we've already played a couple of games against them. We're in the same conference now, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a rivalry. The schedule makers in the SEC, they definitely knew what they were doing here. Now, as far as the actual game itself goes, was it even a rivalry? Should I count it as a rivalry? Maybe not, because we straight up blitzed these guys today. Again, DJ Burns with the soft touch. Jay Parker, that's DJ Burns. And see how we're trying to both get these last buckets in? Maybe I was wrong. It is a rivalry because, you want to do whatever you can to minimize or maximize the score in a rivalry game. We are now riding a 5-game losing streak. Pause, no diddy. And we're going against our in-state rival, Alabama, the Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. Now, this is not exactly the type of predicament that you would exactly choose to be in, but we have had some tough tests throughout the season already. So I thought maybe we could turn this around here, but this would be the dagger, and a first half dagger is crazy, man. They would blow us out the rest of the game. The game was not that close. Sucks that we couldn't get that last win against LSU going into senior night against Florida. Getting that win would have pretty much put us in sole possession of first place of the SEC for the regular season conference championship, but no need to dwell on that. We can only control what we can control, and what we're controlling right now is this ass whooping of our supposed rival as we open the game on a 2-22 run. That is insane. And if you think that's crazy, well, wait, there's more. The insanity does not stop there. Boom, money shot to close out the game. 3-pointer by Swift. Don't even know who that is, really. First time I've seen him play. And we scored 63 points in the first half against our supposed rival. We would then also get 67% from the field. They ended up losing by only 10 points, but trust me, it was all garbage time buckets. Glad to see Roller, Parker, and Cuffy here go out on a high note against our supposed rival on senior night. Roller was the high man on the day. Those three seniors have carried us this season to second place in the SEC and what looks like a likely number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. But we've still got time to stack up that resume a little bit, and we would do so by getting a pretty dominant win in round 1 of the SEC tournament, led by Roller here, 24.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 blocks, and 2 steals on the day for him. He's a papa lad. Then in round 2 of the SEC tournament, Parker would lead us to a victory against our supposed rival. Big day for Parker here as he tallies 18 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, and 2 steals. Beating the same team 3 times in one season is a tall task in any sport, even more so in college basketball where we have some of the best coaches and minds in the game. But we made it look easy against Florida, and LSU is not making it look so easy against us. We did tally 2 losses already to LSU, so that's what I'm saying is the reason why we did not win the regular season conference championship. We did have a 5-game stretch there that was really bad, but we do get a chance to close it out here on a high note in the conference tournament. Big time block by DJ Burns. I mean Parker. But we do have a chance to close out the season on a high note with the SEC championship. All we have to do is not give the game away at this point. And they leave him wide open for 3. Yes, he makes it. Ooh, that is a momentum killer. They may have swung all of the momentum in their favor as we miss the bucket. Now LSU takes the ball back, trying to run the shot clock down to get the last shot of the game, and they get it. It spins around, toilet bowls in. They've tied the game up in the SEC championship. We've still got about 3 seconds. One more chance. It's good. Where is Kevin Harlan when you need him? We hang our very first banner of the I-Mainer era here at Auburn. Cuffy would carry us in this game with 21 points and 6 assists. He was 6 of 12 from the 3-point line. So again, all 3 seniors carrying us through these 3 SEC tournament games. You love to see it. Also, it looks like we're in pretty good position to get a number 1 seed. Now, just checking in on St. Francis before we end up going to Selection Sunday. They had a really good year. I do think we'd have done better if I was coaching the team, but it's neither here nor there. What I do like seeing is both Carson and Nardi had really good seasons, so good on them. The bracketologists say we're in good position for 1 seed, but we're currently ranked number 9 on the season, so be interesting to see how that goes. And we pull out the 1 seed. Can't say I saw this coming at the beginning of the year. Now that we're here with a good path to the championship as a 1 seed, might as well finish the job. The first round of the NCAA tournament would see us match up with Coastal Carolina University. Now, we are a 1 seed. That means we are going against a 16 seed. And as the 1 seed, we did what we were supposed to do, thoroughly dominating Coastal Carolina 193. Wow, 193 big ones. The round of 32 would see us face the winner of the 8-9 matchup, which was the Wisconsin Badgers. We're playing much better team here in this round. I mean, we played a 16 seed in the first round, so it really doesn't get any worse. But we were just as dominant in this game in all aspects as we were in the first round, winning by a score of 68-95. We've been thoroughly dominant in these first 2 rounds. We'll play Oregon next. Kind of sucks. I'm telling you, schedule makers knew what they were doing. We could have played St. Francis, but they did not step up to the table. DJ Burns with the easy lay-in bucket there. And just as easy as that bucket was for Parker, that's how easy this game would be for us against Oregon in the Sweet 16. We would advance to the Elite Eight, defeating the Oregon Ducks by a score of 76-109. Now, in this next round, the Elite Eight, we will get to play a big name team. We'll play the Arizona Wildcats. Now, this is not the Lou Olson-led Arizona Wildcats. It's 2013 in the simulation. As such, he is retired already and been replaced. Who has he been replaced with? Mark Few from Gonzaga, one of the best coaches in the game. Pretty much whatever school he goes to from Gonzaga, they end up being really good. But they were not good enough today against the Auburn Tigers. It's a new era here. In year one, we've made it to the Final Four. And in this Final Four, we would play the Duke Blue Devils in the semifinal round. Now, this is important because we're trying to climb that Legacy Leaderboard, but I believe in order to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And wouldn't you know who won the pony? Woo! We get that win, Ric Flair style. We might be the man now. We're going to the national championship game. We'll play another blue blood, the UCLA Bruins, and we come out the gate throwing haymakers. We said this is our game to win, not to lose, but to win. There's no other option. And we're going to get the first chip that's going to carry us to the top of that leaderboard. And we'll do it in year one at Auburn University. And yes, we would do that. Now, I know the name of the song is One Shining Moment, but I like to view this game as the first of many shining moments as we end up climbing that leaderboard all the way up to the top, speaking it into existence. Now, Cuffy would lead us as the MOP in year one here at Auburn. Now, let's take a look at the recap real quick. 33-6 on the year, 85%. 10-6 in conference play, 62%. Finished second in conference play. We were the conference tournament champion, as well as being the NCAA champion. We did receive a 1 seed. We would also end up losing our 3 seniors, as well as Herman that led us all year. Cuffy would also get drafted to the NBA. Quick look at individual stats here. Nothing too crazy. As a team, we would lead the SEC in points, assists, steals, and field goal percentage. We would also lead the NCAA in assists per game, as well as steals per game. The award ceremony would see us take home the National Coach of the Year as well as the SEC Coach of the Year award. We would also get a first team All SEC selection for Roller and a second team All SEC selection for Cuffy. First recruiting class, had to kind of take what I could get. Hope here is the crown jewel, projects as a pretty good lead guard who can both rebound and distribute the ball. Sean Hill here is going to be a world recruit out of England. Might as well be a box of chocolates. We don't really know anything about him other than he has an A- skill grade. Really good pickup here long term. Burleson's going to be the number 9 center, really good defender and rebounder, which is really all I want out of the center position. And he showed that in the ABL, playing really good defense, and he also rebounded the ball well. George Pompey here, just an athletic rebounder who can play on the wing or play the 4 for us. So good deal there. Would like for him to have higher potential, but, first year, you take what you can get. Finally, our legacy score will be 39 to end season number 6. Thank you guys for watching till the end. I'll see you next time, but until then, peace.